student teaching this year, and I wanted to welcome my kids back to class and get them all excited. So instead of doing the boring, welcome back, I'm Mr. Reed, I'm your teacher, I did a rap video. And it kind of says to them, yo, get jazzed up, we about to turn up, but we gonna work hard, but we about to turn up. So that's what the video kind of was.
Did you play that for your kids in class?
In class, yeah, they asked me to do it. They said, Mr. Reed, can we play this? If we behave and we get all of our stuff done, I was like, yeah, sure. And it was cool to see them looking at the screen and then looking right back at me, kind of like, whoa, celebrity. So they were pretty pumped about it.
So what kind of opportunities have come from the viralness of this?
Yeah, viralness, good word. Man, there's been all kind of news stories that people have wanted to do for me. Interviews, whether they be phone, Skype. I've had interviews in Israel, Canada, Australia. What else has happened? There's game shows that want to have me on. The list, people want to do a book with me, like a children's book. There's just a lot of things that have happened. And principals are offering me job opportunities, so definitely a plus.
Can you talk about asking for using your new platform to acquire books?
Yeah, we're trying to get as many books as we can donated to children who are under-resourced, underprivileged, who don't necessarily have access to books or books that represent them well. Like, no offense, but you see a lot of books about a small little nice white boy with a dog, and Jamal, who's reading that, can't necessarily identify with that. He wants to identify with, man, I went to go hoop with my homies and it was a great time. Or, I like chess. Tamika likes to play chess, and I want to hear about girls who succeed in playing chess. So we want to see ourselves represented in books. So I want to get a variance of books and cultures represented in the books that we're getting to these kids.
Did you experience that growing up?
Yeah. I can't remember one book that I read growing up that had a black boy in it. Not one. Not one until I got to college, where I started reading books. Obviously reading children's books so I could get a feel for them as a teacher, but there was not one children's book that I felt catered towards African Americans or people of color in general. And not that I was thinking about that when I was 8 years old, but looking back on it now, definitely impacted my life.
How?
Just not seeing someone you can look up to, The only time I see a black person is on the news when they're, in trouble, or, if there's something negative attached to it. That's not a good role model. That's not somebody that I want to, aspire to be. I want to aspire to be the kid who saves the town, saves the dog, gets the girl, succeeds at what they're doing. Like, I want to see 8-year-old kids doing that in the books that I'm reading as an 8-year-old. I don't want to have to wait till I'm 25 years old looking back on it, you know what I'm saying?
What is your desire next artistically?
Yeah, man, I'm not really super passionate about doing music. I love music, don't get me wrong, but I'm not trying to be the next whomever. I'm trying to be Dwayne Reed, and as Dwayne Reed, I'll put out a song every now and again. But man, I'm not trying to have people hit me up for shows or for different things like that. I'll put it this way: I would much rather have one child go on to succeed after being under my tutelage than dropping a double platinum album. Like, that would make me feel more satisfied if that kid went on to be something great, whether it be a doctor, a lawyer, a pastor, even the greatest McDonald's worker ever. That would make me happy. That would make me content over a double platinum album,
Where does that desire come from? Because most rappers probably don't share that stance.
Yeah. I definitely think that desire to see kids be great is tied to my faith. You see even Jesus, like, yo, bring all the children to me. Like, you have to have childlike faith. You see all of the kind of significant world leaders reaching out to children and understanding that they are the future. So it's like, I'm not the future. Like, and it's not to say I'm not going to be great or I'm not already great, but I'm not the future. The future is coming up, and I want to be able to sculpt and mold that and be a part of that. Like, I want to be somebody behind the scenes that kind of pushes other people into the spotlight, let them get their shine, and I'll be content knowing that I was kind of pushing them from behind.
What is your ultimate goal in the education field or leadership field, wherever?
Yeah, to be the greatest teacher of all time, obviously. No, kidding. Man, I don't necessarily know what I want to do, But I know that I want to impact the lives of whatever students I come into contact with. I want them to leave feeling empowered, whether it be leaving my classroom, whether it be leaving my school, if I'm a principal, whether it be leaving my community, if I'm just some small time teacher in that community. I want them to leave feeling empowered. I want them to know that they can go on to be great. I want the little black and brown kids to see me and say, wow, he's successful, he's helping others. I want to do that. Like, that's my end goal.
Got it. Now, why teaching? Like, if like leaders are your end goal, why specifically this context?
I get 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 180 days a year with kids. Why not teaching? I get the most time with them. I'm able to build a relationship with them, and people pay me to build a relationship with their kids. Why would I not take this opportunity, not only as a teacher, but as a Christian, to pour into these minds? And that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna be preaching the gospel in the classroom or proselytizing 8-year-olds, but that just means that I'm gonna let my light shine, and they're gonna pick up on, oh, this guy's a little different. Is this what Christians look like? Because I'm feeling this. I like this. He's showing me grace. He's showing me mercy. Like, he's asking for forgiveness. He's loving me even though I'm running and rebelling. Like, isn't that a picture of the gospel? God loving us even in our rebellion, even in our turning away from him. So, I forgot what your question was, but I feel like that was a good answer to it.
So, you still working with, what you said? 2 years ago you were working with Swoop, Natalie, KB?
Dang, that was 2 years ago. Gosh. Dude, that was like at the very, we were gonna do something, but I was just like, I don't really care about this, bro. Like, I just don't, this isn't I don't care about it.
You know how many other Christian rappers would like kill for that position?
I just don't care about it, man. If I never make another song, like I said, I don't care. Like, I'll be happy knowing that I'm living a quiet life for God's glory, and it doesn't have to involve making music.